Alright, let's start out this video by saying thanks to all my recent subscribers. Been getting a lot lately. Doing a little bit of publicizing of my stuff, so it's been helping out. I want to appreciate everybody that's been doing it. Thank you. Let's keep it up. Putting out a little more videos, you know, trying to do 2 a week. Who knows? Maybe I can get up to maybe 3 a week. We'll see. Got a lot of stuff that I'm trying to do. So let's see what else happens. Alright, so let's head to Harbor Freight. I gotta pick up something, a tool from Harbor Freight, so we can work on the exhaust on the BMW. So let's head to Harbor Freight real quick, pick that up, and then we'll get back, start working on the exhaust, and do a review on this tool, because I've heard mixed reviews on it. So I'm gonna do a review and let's see how it works. Alright, I'm back from the store. Alright, so here's what I bought. Hopefully that's in focus. I bought a tailpipe expander so we can try to get the exhaust out, because, or get the exhaust on the car, not out, because the exhaust flange on the header is 2 1/4 inches, I think, something like that. Yeah, I think it's like 2 1/4, and well, all the other exhaust pipe I have is also 2 1/4, so we just need to expand it just a little bit, and that's what this is going to come in handy for. So let's try to let's go ahead, get this open, see if we can use it, and see how it works. Alright, let's get this open. Alright, so the one thing that I have heard is that the nut on the end right here, it just kind of sits in this little crevice right there. And I've heard that sometimes this nut can slip a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and weld on each side right there. Weld the nut on there. So hopefully that'll keep the nut from slipping out of this thing and stripping the area around it. So let's go ahead and get that welded up first. Might help if I turn the welder on. That's funny. Alright, there's one side. Alright, there we go. Now, this can go inside. Should be able to tighten that up. It expands out. We should be good. Alright, so got it in there, just sitting. It's a little tight, but not like, you know, putting too much pressure on, just enough to hold it. So this is the way I need it to open. So it needs to be like this, where how this pipe has the flange, and then it just slides right over like that. So then you can weld it together. Well, the exhaust manifold is the same size, just like this, where they butt together. So I need to flare this one out so the exhaust manifold part on the car can slide into this, and then get it all welded up. So let's go ahead and put some pressure behind this and see if I can get it to expand out like this piece. Alright, so I went to use it, and here's my review. So let's go ahead and take it apart. And I don't know if you can see, as soon as you put force on it, it strips. So, well, that was a waste of $10 for this lovely Harbor Freight tubing expander for exhaust. So, well, that sucked. That's a fail. Alright, now let's figure out something else. Alright, so here's my plan. So I had a couple of these laying around that had the correct size already flared out. This is the size that I'm working with. So can't butt two ends together and weld them like that. Not very good. So we're gonna do it the cheapy way. So I cut this off, cut it in half, and now get it all welded together. Like I said, we got a budget here, so but this will join it all together, get it welded together good, so that way now I can do exhaust header on one side and a down where it turns down pipe on the other side. So let's get out of the car and mock this up, see if it works. Alright, let's see if we can see it. So there it is, the black part coming off the header, and that's where the flange is. There's the pipe, and then it comes underneath the car and goes straight in between the little bit of frame rail and the transmission. So that should be pretty good. So let's go ahead and get that tacked on, and then we can take it out of the car and fully weld it. Alright, so passenger side is off. It's tacked up, so now get it all welded and then get it back underneath the car. Should be good. But but now we're running into an issue on the driver's side, because the exhaust, which I thought I was going to have more room, is coming and hitting the steering shaft. So we're going to go ahead, remove the steering shaft, put the exhaust in, and then probably, I think it's either Chase Bays or the other company. Dang it, now I forgot. Condor sells a smaller steering shaft that'll give me more room around this joint right here. Only problem is it's $100. All right, let's get this steering shaft off and then start mocking up this side exhaust. All right, so let's get this welded up so we can get ready to get this back on the car. Again, let's turn the welder on. Alright, so here it is all welded up. I went ahead and while I was welding, put the O2 sensor bung in there and all that. Then I threw a little bit of paint on it just to protect it. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap it. I have some titanium wrap, so we're going to basically wrap it from up here all the way down to right about here, because this is firewall and all that stuff. So get this wrap, make it look good. But some people use these you know, the stainless steel ties, and then some people use like hose clamps. So I have no idea which one I'm going to use because I've never used these, so we're going to give it a try. Alright, now I know with titanium wrap you don't have to wet it and do all the stuff like the normal wrap, so this is a lot cleaner stuff to use. And it's 50 feet, so there's plenty of it for doing this. And let's see how these work, because I've never even used one. I know they go around, then go together like that. After that, don't really know much. I guess when you put them around like that, they kind of lock together, because that's pretty tight. It's cool. Alright, well, let's first put the O2 sensor in. So as we're wrapping, we can wrap around the O2 sensor. Alright, there's that. And this is like 50 feet of it, so there should be plenty to go around this area, this part of the pipe, and then the passenger side also. Yeah, that's still loose. Alright, we're going to do the C-clamp thing, because I know that this will hold it in tight. And keep it from coming off and unraveling. Alright, there's that. And then we got this one for up here. It's actually kind of hard to do. This is when you need another pair of hands to hold this still. All right, almost. All right, so there it is, completely wrapped. Threw an extra clamp on here because it was starting to look like it came loose a little bit there. It still gives me enough room for the next piece to go on and then dump out to the muffler out the back. So there's that piece. Now let's get it on the car and see how it looks underneath the car. Alright, so we're going to use Permatex tailpipe sealer on the gasket for the flange, on the header and all that stuff, to, you know, make sure that we get it properly sealed, because I'm not trying to have leaks in this motor. So we're gonna go ahead, seal it all up, and then slide it all up underneath and try to get this under. All right, so here's the header. It goes down. You can see the downpipe right there with it being wrapped. All right, now let's get underneath. Look, and comes down, tucks right in between the frame and the transmission. Really good. So there's plenty of room. Well, that's about all I'm going to do for now, because it's getting really dark and it's kind of hard to film and do all this at night. Got like 4 lights going just to try to get some light here, so we're gonna pick up on it in the next episode. Catch you then.